Hello everyone, Civ Extraordinaire here, and today I thought it would be appropriate now that Babylon, or the Babylon Pack, formally speaking, has been released for about a week, I believe now. So I just wanted to get out a quick review while the topic is still fresh, I guess you could say, and really just give my brief thoughts on the pack, as well as make a little impromptu review video on it. So for the pack itself, and you're seeing some gameplay here, I assume, which I have put over this review, this short little commentary of me playing Babylon. This is a short Let's Play that ended inconclusively. I'll get on to, and why it ended, I'll get onto in a little bit. But you should see some fairly decent gameplay of Babylon, just my first few eras. But anyway, for the content of the pack itself, review aside, the Heroes and Legends pack, or the Babylon pack, I believe as it is officially called by the devs, releases Babylon along with a free content update that includes 24 new great people and 12 new heroes in the new Heroes and Legends mode, which is similar to Secret Society's Apocalypse and Dramatic Ages in that it adds new content onto the game that can be customized at the start menu, so you can decide whether or not you want to have the content included in the first place. And from there, you can decide how many modes you want on. You can turn them all on, you can turn them all off, you can turn some on, what have you. But for the main content at hand, I guess you could say, and probably for the reason why you're here, for my personal opinion on Babylon, not just Heroes and Legends. I'll just be brief with you. I'll get it out of the way. If you don't want to watch the rest of this video, personally, I was not a big fan of Babylon, and I'll explain why. I just did not like the kind of gimmicky min-maxy, if you will. I don't even think that's a word, a colloquial word or whatever it is called. But the Civ itself, especially with Hammurabi, it just felt very quickly put together. I understand some people really do like the min-max nature and how you can plan your civs out, but personally, I was not a fan of just how much you had to micromanage your techs. For example, some people, uh, and I know this, not everyone does this, but some people just like to completely plan out their tech tree with all of their eurekas. And if you love to just plan out ahead of time and just spend like hours before you even start the game, just theorizing about what direction you want to go in, Babylon is definitely the Civ for you. There's a lot of pre-planning involved, especially once you get your start out. You can probably just save and then speculate for like 3 hours from there, just about how much you want to change the Civ or pursue certain eurekas. I mean, Babylon definitely does present a lot of variability to the game, and I will commend the devs on that. I think Babylon is a unique Civ, kind of like the Maori. It's something that, and it is a Malice Civ, it comes with Malices, but it is something that I think the devs did take their time putting together. Um, but I think the when I say it was put together hastily, I mean that I think the cohesiveness of the civs, synergies and whatnot, and I think how they work together still should have been tested out a bit more. Because, for example, Babylon is one of the strongest civs in the game. If you get like certain combinations of resources like copper or whatever, and you have enough to build mines, you can potentially get up to rifling, and you can do a bombard rush, which someone or some YouTubers have done at like turn 150, which is insane because you can get like techs 100 turns before you're even supposed to be in the same era that these techs belong to. So, just some of the min max potential with this Civ not only leads me to believe that it has a super high skill cap, probably the highest skill cap in the game, um, but also that it's a bit of a noob trap, and I saw this pointed out in the Steam reviews, and that people will think this is really easy to min-max with all of the videos different YouTubers put out, but in reality, um, it's a noob trap in that these YouTubers and a lot of the people who plan out Babylon, I planned out a little bit before I played with my starts. There's a lot of planning that goes out, and a lot of like refreshing to ensure that all of these Eurekas and techs go through. If one little thing goes off in the Babylon playthrough, like you don't get a certain resource, it can drastically change the way you need to go. And I'm not saying that Babylon isn't handled to do that, but the player might not be equipped with enough knowledge to really handle a specific situation, like not having a certain strategic resource to do a tech rush, and that can completely change the way you play the Civ. So that's just a bit of a disclaimer out there for those of you who are new to the game and were interested in picking up Babylon, or at least buying the DLC. Now, I do have some good news to report, and that is that I did like the Heroes and Legends mode. I didn't like it as much as Secret Societies, but I did like the fact that Heroes had unique bonuses. They weren't just great people running around with combat strength, and they didn't necessarily take away the feeling of getting great people for the first time, and kind of do away with their unique significance that it has in the game, like especially getting certain great people. They do function in a similar way to great people, but I think the way that they're implemented is still very smart, and I am glad that the devs chose to implement Heroes and Legends. It's refreshing from, I think, some of the much lower production value modes like Dramatic Ages and Apocalypse, where it doesn't feel like there's enough unique content to make the game feel refreshing. So I'm just happy to report that Heroes and Legends did not disappoint me, and the 12 new heroes added, all of them, I think, add in some in more ways than others. I think the new heroes, they add a lot more dynamicism, I guess you could say. They add a dynamic and strategic value to the game, and they make you rethink some early rushes, kind of like Babylon, but in a unique way, in that certain heroes have certain abilities, so you really need to compete for heroes, especially in multiplayer, and decide what exactly you want to do with specific heroes, and you kind of need to have timing down, and it's just so great to know that the devs are still in touch with the community, and that they're continually refining features and giving back more feedback with these updates. And it's just interesting to see how, at least if you do not like a certain Civ, like if you didn't like Ethiopia, or perhaps if you liked a certain mode more than the Civ, there's always 2 new pieces of contents with each New Frontier Pass update that really refreshes the game and adds a lot more content, so that you at least have a chance to pick through that content and decide for yourself whether or not the pack is a good investment. So overall, I think for the Babylon pack, I would give it a 6 out of 10. I'm not a big fan of Babylon. I don't like their watermill replacement. I don't like how their abilities fit together, and I certainly don't like how metagamey, I guess you could say, the Eureka bonus is, but I really do like the Heroes and Legends mode, albeit not as much as Secret Societies. However, I think it's a great addition to the game, so if you like if you like Heroes and Legends, if you already like great people and how they work in the game, and you like science civs, or I guess metagamey civs, civs that require you to plan out a lot before you play the game, it's kind of similar to the Maya, then Babylon is for you. Personally, I'm giving it a 6 out of 10, more on personal taste. This would have a much higher rating if it was another Civ like Ethiopia or the Gaul and Byzantium, all three of which I love deeply. So just keep that in mind. There is a bit of personal bias in this video towards Babylon, but I still think the pack is fairly solid. For $5, it's a great deal. I believe it is $5 on the Steam shop. So this is just a quick video I wanted to get out. Please let me know if there's any videos or reviews you want me to put out next. I should have the Mapuche video up later today at 5 premiering. So stay tuned for that. If you are new to the channel, please leave a like and subscribe. We've had some really good subscriber results, and view output. Just for our first month, we've had over 3,000 views, which is quite frankly spectacular. I wasn't expecting this huge amount of support, and for that I really am grateful to you guys for checking out my channel. So I'm not going to waste too much of your guys' time. This has been Civ Extraordinaire. I hope you liked my review. Again, if you like more, or if you had a problem with this video, I guess, leave some feedback, or whether or not you like the video, and just leave a like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more content in the future. So this has been Civ Extraordinaire with the Babylon Pack review, and I hope to see you all later. Stay safe. All right.